Kumusta and congratulations, you've made it. You have just tuned in to the dopest podcast in the universe. Behind This Beat is a show where we take flight and connect with Filipino creatives locally and abroad, representing the land of 1,000 islands, the Philippines. Let's get this show started and give it up for our host, Phat Boy, Lim and Boy Graduate. This is Behind This Beat.
Yo.
Kumusta and congratulations. You are now watching or listening to the dopest podcast in the galaxy.
Correct.
I am your host, Phat Boy Lim.
And this is Boy Graduate, your co-host.
Yes, and this is Behind This Beat. This happens every Friday, 2 p.m. Philippine time. And this is a show where we focus on featuring artists and producers or creative minds that is, sort of like we're looking at the creatives that promote the sound, the global appeal sound, which we always coin as Filipino global. And Boy Graduate right now is actually in Australia if you're first time viewing this, and I am in Cebu, and this is our 17th episode. Today is this December 11, and we got a special episodes. Yeah, we're already 17th on our 17th episode, man, and surprisingly we're consistent like that. And we'd like to thank everyone who actually gives time to watch and listen to the show. Aside from this, watching this on a live version on Facebook, we do have a podcast version for this, which you can download or even just stream through all your favorite podcast streaming apps like Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Stitcher. We're all there. That's how accessible we are right now, man. And a lot of things are happening. Probably next year we got more guests, but we just wanted to update you on our previous guest, which was August Rigo, and you gotta check out that episode. August Rigo is a Filipino based in Canada and is a producer, and he worked with a lot of different producers from worked with different artists such as Chris Brown, Justin Bieber, BTS, and to name a few. And I think he also worked with Kehlani in one song. So that's such a huge opportunity for us to get to talk to such a creative guy who's also trying to get his name here in the Philippines and trying to connect with different Filipino artists. So check that out already on our Beat This page on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/beatthisph and on all our socials at beatthisph on Instagram, Twitter. And lastly, make sure to visit our website, www.beatthisph.com. So we've been doing this for 3 years, curating music, trying to discover really great talent out there. So let's start the ball rolling with our 17th guest. Cool. Yeah, so you have an idea who we have, Boy Graduate? Like, have you listened to her before, or is this the first time you're going to be introduced to her music?
This is the first time I'm meeting her as a person, but I was introduced to her when we featured her in The Chosen Dozen, I believe in March. I'd never heard of this particular artist before, and she caught my ear straight away. And it was just one of those things where, because I listen to The Chosen Dozen every week, and everyone should do that. But I was like, oh, who's this? Like, I just needed to know. So, it's one of those artists.
Yeah. So she's based in Manila, and we want to talk more about her and know her, history in the music industry and the music scene. But she's also known as Nicole, but her artist name is Peaceful Gemini. We got to welcome her. It's an amazing opportunity for us because I'm also a big fan of what she does. So let's call on Peaceful Gemini right now on Behind This Beat.
Hey, welcome.
Hey guys. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, kumusta? Okay lang? Relax.
I'm doing my thing.
Yeah. Where are you in Manila right now? Which area?
LP. 1740. Las Piñas.
Oh, so, yeah, okay, okay. How's naman the pandemic in that side of things? Like, sobrang strict there, or?
Yeah, I mean, reasonable naman yung protocols because they're only looking out for everyone's safety. And it's
Mhm.
been
No.
safe, naman so far. Yeah. Hopefully,
Yeah,
matapos na.
yeah. I mean, the vaccine's out already, so everyone's kind of waiting for that. But yeah, I just wanted to congratulate you, Muna, Peaceful Gemini, because I saw kasi that you're part of the Kalye rap. I think the Kalye campaign for Spotify. So that's such an amazing, yeah, like to be part of that.
Oh, thank you.
How did that happen for you? Like, was it like have you have good relationships with Spotify to actually like land that that opportunity to work with them?
Yeah, my manager just told me na Spotify wanted to feature us, various Filipino artists, and I think it was our aggregator who submitted my music to Spotify. I believe, if you know.
Okay,
Mm.
yeah, yeah. So did you were you like surprised that you got in? Because I'm sure there's a lot of like hip hop artists who wants to be in that lane.
Yeah, it's a big honor, and I wasn't so surprised though because I believe in my music.
Hey, nice. That's what we
Yeah,
like to
well,
hear, man. Yeah.
we like to share. Yeah.
It's an
So
honor.
anyway, yeah, so we wanted to catch up on you, Peaceful Gemini, and like we the whole show we're gonna be showcasing some of your songs here, but like maybe you could take us from the very beginning because I know you released your music around 2018. Was this like the first year, early years of your career, or were you doing stuff before that? Like maybe you could tell us a story of how you got to do your thing.
Okay, so it's 2020 this year. I started writing, I think 2015, and then I released first on SoundCloud. So everything started on SoundCloud, social media, um, and then yeah, that's when I started. So what do you want to know specifically? Like how did
Are you ano
I?
ba? Did you start like independently on your own before you actually met like when you got your management and all that? Parang like how was it like doing it before like as a SoundCloud artist? Was it are you coming from Las Piñas ba originally or like you're from Manila or
Yeah, I was born and raised here, but the first um the first time that I really immersed myself in writing, performing, I was living in Malate that time. So that's also the during those years, those were my college years. Those were the first years that I actually started listening to hip hop. So I didn't really grow up to hip hop.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Um,
interesting. So what was
yeah.
your like your growing up? What was your anong music pinapakinggan mo like growing up?
Um, the Beatles for sure.
Hey.
But before a before
Uh-huh.
hip hop, I was actually into trance music. So
Oh,
sobrang
Wow.
diba? So different. And growing up, I was also listening to a lot of folk music, indie. I also listened to music from the likes of Smashing Pumpkins, Radiohead,
oh, okay.
because I had a lot of siblings who were older than me, so I was
Ah,
exposed to a lot of different kinds of music, different generations and genres.
so
Yeah.
what made you shift to hip hop? Like what was the first few music you listened to that you actually just got like into it na parang uy gusto ko to. Parang this is where I want to go.
Yeah, so those were my college years, right? So I was living in the city. It's very urban. I was starting to expand, explore, and one of the facets that I delve into was hip hop, because a lot of my friends were listening to hip hop, and every time we would hang out, they would be um, playing hip hop or even freestyling, and
Yeah.
it just resonated with me. Just the feel of hip hop. Um, when I was walking in the streets, it just felt like it was a sound. It was a
Right.
soundtrack. It was
Yeah,
my
parang
soundtrack.
Yeah,
pero surprise.
especially in the city. If
Yeah.
you
So
live in
then
the
Yeah.
city, yeah.
I was kind of like ano na like I had this assumption that you were listening to hip hop like since ano cause like yeah I mean rap is for me like an art form that not everyone can just like do it, right? That like so like from 2015 to now, looking at you for like the last listening to your stuff even just for 3 years in it, parang I was assuming that you were listening to hip hop all your life, right? But like, I mean, like, was it harder to like do? I mean, like from listening to the Beatles and just like starting to rap. How was that for you? Like, how hard was the transition, or was it like easy lang sayo? Like,
Well, I've been a writer my whole life, so I've been a
there you
poet.
go.
So that's where I guess dun mo mako-connect na, uy, that's why she writes that way. That's why she raps that way, because I started with well, first of all, it was more on prose, more on stories, short stories.
Mm-hmm,
But
okay.
ever since I was a kid, I was already exposed to poetry from my mom, from her side. So I've
Do
been
you, do
a
you
writer.
yeah, as a musician, but do you have other you play instruments? Are you a beat maker on the side? Do you like do those things or?
I grew up playing guitar. So
So
I've
marunong ka rin
been,
mag-gitara.
yeah.
Okay. So at least there's like, you know where to get your melodies and all that because you are a musician as well. Tama?
By hobby only. Not really I'm not wouldn't say I'm a guitarist.
Did
But yeah, I
you
grew
did you
up.
always want to be an artist though? Like, what was the transition to you? Like listening to hip hop is understandable because you were living in the city, but what made you think, okay, I want to make hip hop compared to say like rock or indie or trance, even because you were listening to trance also?
Yeah. Just the aspect of poetry, and also like the
Mm,
overall energy of hip hop for me, because I'm a rebel kid. I'm a rebel at heart. So
yeah,
energy that I get from hip hop, it just felt natural and it just felt right.
that really
I
shows
should
in your
be.
music as well. Yeah,
Thank you.
uh,
Yeah,
walang
so
problema.
before that you didn't like you weren't in different music. It was like your first release as an artist was on the hip hop genre right away. Parang ganon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what was your like? You had a couple of releases in SoundCloud, right? Before you even went to have like a formal release on Spotify, diba? Parang I think you have
Yeah.
yeah. I'm not sure if it's like are there releases on SoundCloud that is not on Spotify?
There is.
Diba?
There is.
Parang meron.
So,
I remember
yeah.
I remember you sent me a link way back when I was on radio And I remember you had like this song on SoundCloud. I can't remember what the title was, but I know you had a SoundCloud link, and then it wasn't a Spotify release at all.
Yeah. It's only on song. I don't even play that song anymore. I don't even perform it. But that's the title was Just Listen. It was like a
There,
breakup
yeah,
breakup
yeah.
song.
I remember that now. Yeah, I remember that. Okay. So yeah, let's talk about like your influences. Like, of course, there's probably a couple of influences that got you position to where you are now? Like what were those kindred spirits that you listened to that you actually just came, you know what, I want to be, an MC and all that.
Yeah. So the influence when I first started listening. Um, Kendrick for sure, because around the time that I started listening to hip hop, Good Kid, Mad City just got released, and I really wanted
Such
to
a good
have
album.
it. I know, I love that album. It's a
Oh
classic.
man.
So I wanted to be able to rap his verses, and then I would spend my time just searching the lyrics and trying to rap
Okay.
it. That's when I knew that, oh, I could actually do this and I could actually flow. And then one of the other artists was Tyler during his Golf Wang era.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's a really cool era
yeah,
you're talking about right now. It brings back a lot of
yeah,
memories.
yeah, me too. And aside from those, well, those were the initial artists that actually got me into hip hop. But as I was evolving in my hip hop journey, the music really expanded to Slum Village, Odyssey, ATCQ, a lot of boom bap influences.
Yeah, I mean, I've been listening to some of the stuff that you've been releasing. I mean, you're like, I always say this, like you're always on point with what you release, and yeah, I always message Jigger, which is shout out to him for actually having you on the
That's a
show.
jigger.
I've known him for like, I don't know, way way back when I was in Manila doing my own events as well. But yeah, I mean, Jigger is like I mean, I know him as a hip hop head. So how was his role for you being like being managed by him? Like, was there any? Because I'm sure you probably know more of the new ones, listening to new stuff like you mentioned a while ago. Was there anything that you got out of that side of Jigger, knowing that he actually has this old school, like sound? I mean, he does that. Hello, yeah. So,
Yeah.
was there any like influences he kind of like let you listen, like that you fell in love?
Well, he has a lot of mixes that he releases, like hip hop mixes. Influences from Jigger. Well, he's really like this big brother to me because aside from being my manager, he's also my DJ, and he's also my
Oh,
bandmate in Assembly
yeah.
General. So he's really like a big brother to me, and he takes care of me, gets me good gigs, good projects, and supports me all the way. So that's the influence he has on me.
Yeah, so let's take a sort of like a break on one of your songs, and let's just play for our listeners and viewers. So I actually got like a lot of views now and like some love. We're gonna do a shout out later, but we'll probably play something that's like early on. What was your like first few? I think for me, one of the songs that really like I knew you from the very beginning was Mind, Body, and Soul. I don't know that if that was like your first track before all the others, but I remember that was around 2018, di ba? Parang ganun.
Mhm.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then yeah, and when I heard you, and I was like, oh my god, she's amazing, and I think like at this time kasi parang I don't know if I could be wrong, but at this time kasi parang I haven't really heard of anyone who sounded just like you, or like even a notable MC, a female MC at this time. So it's amazing to discover you that time. So let's listen to this one and maybe talk about a bit of this one production wise and all that. So this is Mind, Body, and Soul by Peaceful Gemini. Let's check this one out. You're still on behind this beat.
Mind, body, and soul. I unlock the doors of my dank room. No password but to come and you should blank out. So I could let you into the black moon. Be mindful as you enter in my world now. Or even mindless, but aware when you were spineless. When I activate the crown, that's the day I'll be your highness. The power that you give
All right, that was Mind, Body, and Soul, of course, by Peaceful Gemini. She is in the room right now with us here on Behind This Beat. Yeah, talk a bit about that song, PG.
BG and
M-
PG.
BG.
MBS by PG.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Mind, Body, and Soul is all about healing for me. That's why I wrote the song. So mind, body, and soul want to eternally flow, surrendered out of control. Um, it means to to address the all sides of being, you know, the holistic way of life. Because
Mm-hmm.
I'm also uh, advocating that kind of lifestyle, and I'm also learning and trying to practice it in my day-to-day life. So mind, body, and soul means holistic.
Yeah. So who did the
Holistic.
production for this? Who did the production, like beats and production for this track, and how did you end up working with this person?
Yeah, the beat was from KMG. He's a beat maker from Bicol. I'm sorry, Bicol, am I right?
Daraga?
Albay.
Albay?
Daraga
Albay,
Albay.
yeah.
Someone just
Yeah.
messaged Eric Leva. Yeah. Daraga Albay. There you go.
Yeah,
Hey.
Albay. So shout out to KMG. I got to work with him through Writer's Block. Writer's Block is this online playground for hip hop heads. So we got old heads, new cats. We got beat makers, MCs, dancers, and graffiti artists, all in one online
Whoa.
platform. So
Is
that's
this like
really how I.
local? Is this
Yeah.
is this
Yes.
Filipino? Okay, like
If you know,
the community where like you can actually go there. Writer's Block. That's the name.
it's a Facebook group. It's a
Wow.
private Facebook group, so you get invited by members. So yeah, that's how I really got to explore the local hip hop scene. So yeah, shout out to Writers Block because they really opened up the arena for me. Because
Yeah.
everything is
Yeah.
on social media now. Everything
Yeah.
is
So how
online.
was that? How was that introduction? By the way, like one day you just look at the beats of KMG, or was there like sort of you can choose the beats? How does that work?
Well, I got to message him personally, and that's when
Okay.
we
Okay.
agreed. I wrote this verse to your beat. Is it okay if I work with you? Yeah.
It's a
Take it
really
up.
great. Yeah, I really like the production sound of that thing. You know, like so how was that? Like, are you when you find these producer, do you work with them on most of your tracks, or it's just like different producers every track?
For that project, for that EP, I was working with different producers, so it's more like a mixtape, honestly.
Nice.
Um, yeah, everything just we just got connected through Writer's Block, which I'm so grateful
Cool.
for.
Yeah, let's do a shout out for to Writer's Block, by the way. Also, some shout outs here to Chad, Lucem Ferry. He just mentioned Peaceful Gemini, and then Otay Lagrimas said Gemini,
Ah,
and then
okay.
you got Yeshua Nate Nadunza saying, "Damn, streaming on her music right now, she's tight." So
Is it?
you got
Yeah, sure.
Eric, yeah, Eric Leva, and then a couple of people who are like watching right now. Yeah, Base Relief just gave a like. Eric
Big
Lloyd,
uncle.
Ken. Yeah, a lot of people are actually watching. So yeah, let's move on and like talk about like like getting from doing just mind, body, and soul, and then what was the next journey for you from there? Like, I know you did your EP in 2019, and how was that for you, the EP? Like, what was going through your mind making the EP? Why did you how did you find your producers and all that? Maybe you can tell us about that a bit.
Yeah, it was a trip because that was my first project. That was my first EP. Um, I started it really independently. I still haven't met Jigger that time, and so after we met, we linked up. He helped me with everything, and yeah, middle of nowhere because the collection of songs that I did on there, it was written during the time that I was really on starting on my inner journey, my spiritual journey.
Mm.
Middle of nowhere. It's also middle of now here. So I was practicing
Oh,
presence, the presence of mind. So
Mm.
it
Okay.
really was a trip. It was
Are
a
you? Are
big.
you? Yeah. Do you? Are you? Ano? Are you? Parang do you practice like like meditation and yoga and stuff like that?
Yeah, yeah. I do. I do. I try.
Okay. I mean, it does help you with your songwriting. I'm sure, right? So
It
what's your, yeah, yeah.
balances my energy.
So yeah, let's look at the it's the middle of nowhere was released in 2019, had 5 tracks in it, and Mind, Body, and Soul was part of that. But there's one of the tracks that you created a video for was this track called Thoughts Overflow. So is that considerably your focus single on this EP?
My what? Sorry. My
Is that your
focus?
focus single? Is that your single for the EP, like Thoughts Overflow?
The first one was Mind, Body, and Soul, and then Thoughts Overflow.
Yeah. So tell us about we'll play na lang muna Thoughts Overflow. You made a video for this one, and then yeah, talk a bit about this after
Okay.
this. So this is Thoughts Overflow. You're still watching, listening to Behind This Beat.
Planet Earth. The road's calling my name again. Twists and bends, I'm on the way to ascend. Hits potent dosage in the moment's hypnosis. I'm here on a limited time, so I'ma own it. The focus is critical. A little smoke got me feeling all spiritual. Sitting lotus crystal, healing soaked. Cleanse the head as my thoughts they overflow. Message decoding. The moon is my omen. Glowed essence cause the crescent is golden. Enemy sent by heaven along with the blessing.
Hey, there you go. That
hey.
was Peaceful Gemini with a track called Thoughts Overflow. You can actually just listen to her music. It's already on all digital streaming platforms. Make sure to go there and follow her there, right? So
Damn,
let's talk a bit
we need
about
some.
that track. Yeah,
We need
what?
we need some weed up in here. Are we allowed to do that? Listen, I feel catching a vibe
You're gonna
listening to
get
this
me.
music.
You're gonna get me in trouble, man. Like, good for you. You're in Australia. In the Philippines, it's a different case. But yeah, but anyways, yeah. So just talk a bit about that track, Thoughts Overflow. What is it all about? And yeah, that's part of the EP, Middle of Nowhere. Who's the producer? Also.
Thoughts Overflow. So the song is all about, when you're overthinking so much and like you get self-doubt, but it's like a reminder na like you don't sweat it. You're gonna get it. Like this.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
might be you'll get there. You'll get it. The producer was Schematic Beats, who I
Okay.
also met. All the producers I met through Writer's Block.
So
And
all the producers on Writer's Block are all from the Philippines, or are they mixed, produced
yes,
different? They're all Pinoy.
yes, they're all Pinoy.
Awesome.
Yeah, yeah. Like
Yeah.
Schematic, KMG, B Rock, and Godzilla Beats.
Okay. Awesome. Now we know we should try to link up with those people. I think we need to know
Yeah.
some of the stuff that we do. I mean, it's
Yeah,
amazing to have creative minds like these guys. Like it's always we love to always promote talented creative people. But yeah, shout out again to Writer's Block. Yeah. So yeah, the guy, the producer for that is Thoughts Overflow is
Thematic
uh,
beats.
okay. And how did you work with him? Just like he just like pitched you a beat, or did you just like ask him to make a beat for you?
Just online, just everything is online. Like the beat is already existing. It was already existing before I wrote on it. So yeah, it's a mixtape.
All right.
And now we're actually planning to do an EP together, me and Schemes.
Nice.
Okay.
So watch out for that, future projects. And
Awesome.
then for the video we shot, that was actually shot in my hometown, a street called Tropical Palace, and it's in a ruins that actually burnt down. So it's really it's a
Oh,
childhood icon for me, that place. So it's pretty cool to have shot a music video on there. And the video was for this capsule collection of two clothing brands, Daily Grind
Okay.
and ULTRD. So
Okay.
the clothes that I was wearing, it's actually based. The design is based off the song.
Oh, that's
oh
awesome.
wow,
Uh,
crazy.
shout out to I know the guys at Daily Grind. Yeah, I think one of the members, one of the owners, is part of Assembly Generals, right?
Yes. Hi, Mon.
Simon. Yeah, it's been a while. Haven't seen the guy. I think last year nakita ko siya. Yeah. So what's your take on, like, being like doing your music now? Like, was there ever like a sort of like a parang sort of a spotlight for you where like it, from, of course, you always have success stories, but was there anything to highlight your career since you started to now? I mean, aside from the fact that you're on Spotify Kalye campaign, but around this time when you were doing your EP, was there like parang memorable things that happened to you?
Music wise, a lot. I was gigging
Yeah,
a
or
lot.
even,
I was
yeah,
like
even
doing
fan wise, or like, was there a surprise fan na like, oh, you'd never think that they would probably listen to you, something like that story?
yeah, there's some. There's some too. But definitely being included in Assembly Generals is a big like highlight for me because I've been a fan of them even before. So that they actually asked me, hey, can you be a part of our band? Like, of course,
Yeah,
yeah.
because I was already listening to you before, and then I knew of Assembly Generals from way back, pa. But like when I found out that you were gonna join the group, this was like around what year? But 2009, like, was it last year lang or 2018 pa?
I think I don't remember it, but a few years ago. Years ago.
I think 2018 pa yata, because I remember I was in Manila and you guys played, di ba? Like for
Yeah,
one of the Mid Nasty event that I did in,
Minati.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I think
but
that
I
was
think that time,
2018.
no, that time we were on the same line of Peaceful Gemini, Midnasty, Assembly Generals, but I'm not sure if I was already Assembly Generals that time. But
Yeah,
we're family, so
yeah, yeah. Parang, yeah, you weren't part of that group pa. Kasi I didn't see you
that's
perform that time with them eh. Yeah, yeah.
I was just
So I
like doing
think
my own
around,
solo.
yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember
And
now.
Jay Blaze
Sige.
was there.
Ha? Who?
Jay Blaze
Moonwalk.
was also lined up.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Like there's a lot. Like it was one of those starting things we did for Beat This back in the days, promoting Mid Nasty. You know what? Like you have you have I know that you have a special place in Cebu because I know you went here for a gig. This was the event of Strap, right?
Yes, from
Yeah,
Hey, shout out Strap.
the one who invited me.
yeah. I mean, that
And that
was
was
that was
2018.
yeah, that was I forgot what the anniversary, if it was like fourth or fifth anniversary of Strap. I can't
Fifth,
remember anymore. Was it
fifth
fifth?
or
Yeah.
yeah, probably. I don't know.
What was that?
But
So just tell us about a bit about that. How was your experience in Cebu? Was that your first time in Cebu?
no, it's not my first time in Cebu. I was the first time I was a kid. I actually got lost in Cebu when I was a kid, and I thought I was gonna be lost there forever.
Oh my god.
Yeah, February does that.
but, but being able to go back there and to bring my mom through, through my music,
Performance, yeah.
it's a trip. Like, I'm grateful, and the night of the gig, it was so fun. Everyone was just vibing to the performances, and a lot of people performed actually,
Yeah. You were
right?
yeah, yeah, and I remember we were talking and you were kind of also like you didn't expect that there was like that like other there's a lot of artists as well, right? Like you were like so amazed with the other acts as well. So yeah, that was a really cool trip with Strap. Actually, I'm wearing a Strap shirt now. Just want to shout out to Edel, you know.
Hey,
So, so yeah, was there anything that was did you but I'm sure everyone always talks about the food in Cebu. Did you enjoy the food in Cebu? Did you had lechon or something?
Sure, for sure. What do you call that? It's like a kikiam,
Ah, ano,
Chinese.
ngoyong. It's like
Ngayon,
ngoyong.
yeah. Of course, the
So you love that,
lechon.
the lechon, yeah. So, what did you
Strap.
ever? Did you come back from that time? Or you haven't been to Cebu after that, right?
Not yet, not yet. Sayang ay.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to have you perform in our event here last year, but I mean this year supposedly, but things happen. The
Yeah.
pandemic happened. But yeah, so okay, so I wanna play this track from you. This is one of my favorite in the EP. It's a track called Gratitude. This is produced by B Rock, right? Let's
Yes.
play this one and maybe yeah, talk a bit about this. You're still here on Behind This Beat with Peaceful Gemini.
These niggas got me on a couch like choking on the smoke of the pot. We here rolling on a spaceship with the psychonaut. Enlightened and broad like freckles of thought. It's that fire in your voice box that's keeping you hot. Learning about bars and beats, participate in the game, but not in it to compete. Not for fame, just to claiming creation. Revelation of life complexities, progression in my flowetry. Oh, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5. Movement is non-static if you want to survive.
All right. There you go. That was a track called Gratitude, and you can actually listen to that on the EP. Middle of Nowhere it's out there on all digital streaming platforms. Love that track.
Yeah.
I like that part there. That part where it's like that like is like I really love that when I
Reminds me of
listen to
like
that.
a old school Kanye boom bap production. Like that, yeah, it sounds
Yeah.
really like
Shout to be.
nostalgic.
I fell in love with the beat.
So
Yeah,
nice.
I know B Rock is like isn't he like a well-known producer in Manila? Like I know he's worked with a couple of other artists, right?
He's Soul Fiesta. Soul Fiesta. Turbulence Productions. They had this. They had
Okay.
with uh with Nimbus 9, who's Nuevo now. Quest. Who else?
Hmm. Oh, wait,
Marcus
is he
Prolific.
is he Bong? Is he
Yes, he's Bong.
okay? All right. Oh, I didn't even know he produces. I thought he just manages.
He manages and produces, and he has the blog. right? The song.
Superstar.
amazing. Okay. Well, props to Bong. That's such a really great beat, and all that. Like the production is amazing. Is there like a particular favorite you have on all the producers, or like the sound that you're even, like looking at in the next year, or like, you know?
In general, or
Yeah,
the
but is
producers?
there like now it's been like what? It's been like 3 years already, right? So is there like a certain sort of, I mean, you've already mentioned that you're going to be working with an EP
Thematic.
with yeah. So that basically shows in a way that you're like also leading towards that direction. But in terms of sound, is there like some new things that you're gonna do, or is like something that you're gonna leave behind, like with the existing one?
What do you mean?
Like, is there like a producer that you're gonna work still moving forward, or you have newer producers in the future?
I want to work more on some trap songs, honestly, because I'm more on boom bap, but I really want to explore that side too. To write, it's a different way of writing it. To writing on trap beats.
Oh, okay,
I
Yeah.
interesting.
I recently wrote to one. It's hard. It's like I wrote a 16 bar verse, but it's only 8 bars.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
quick.
Super.
must be bliss.
Yeah.
but that's interesting. Is that like gonna be out soon? Is that something that you're gonna do in the next couple of months? Are we gonna hear that?
Oh,
Oh,
yes, they
oh,
are planning. Wait. Somebody called.
yeah,
Sorry.
it's okay.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, it's actually a project with Def Jam, and it's a posse track, an all girl posse track. So
Wow,
exciting.
That sounds really interesting.
They want
awesome! Oh man, I
next
can't
year,
wait for
I
that. Okay, so let's talk a bit more about. It's hard not to talk about this PG. I'm gonna call you PG na lang kasi para shortcut. uh, um, I know.
think.
It's hard not to talk about you being part of Assembly Generals. Like, how did that happen? Can you remember the earlier times that happened? Like,
Yeah.
where did it
Oh
happen?
my
Where was
god.
that first question? Where was that first question asked?
I remember exactly. So let's go back to the first time that I met Jigger. My friends had a gig. My friends are part of this band called Bagong Luto ni Enriquez, and they had a
Okay,
gig in
tomato cake.
in Morato. Yeah.
Okay.
And Assembly was also part of the lineup. And of course, me being a fan, like, yes, let's watch game. And then as I was going, as I was leaving the venue, somebody approached me. Was like, "Isul Gemini." I'm like, "Yes." and then and then apparently it was Jigger. So he introduced himself like, "Hey, I'm Jigger. I'm the manager of Assembly General." So that was the time that I first released my music video. That the song we were talking about is not on Spotify, it's only on
Oh, okay.
SoundCloud.
Yeah.
So we released a video for that. And then apparently Switch, the frontman of Assembly,
Oh,
he
assembly.
was the one who discovered the music video. So he sent it to
Mm.
Jigger, the rest of the fan, and like, hey, check this girl out. She recommended. He recommended me, and then
No.
after that, that's when we got to link up with Lockdown. So Lockdown family, Assembly Generals is part of the Lockdown family.
Lockdown
So
Entertainment, yeah, which is a known. group in Manila who does events, management, and all of the above as far as the music community is concerned, right? Yeah. So let's play something right now. I know you guys at Assembly Generals released. You were the vocalist na on the 2019 Fatigue release, right? Album, and and
Yeah.
also a new track called "Keep On," right? So let's check this out. This is actually Assembly Journals, which Peaceful Gemini is a part of, and man, I mean, I would probably know how you would feel because most of the people here I know in the music industry, like Raymond Marasigan, he's like quite known in the industry, right? Of course, Mon in the merchandising side, and of course, music as well. So it's such a star-studded, like group in a way. I mean, if you're a music fan, right? So let's check this out. This is a track called "Keep On," right here on Behind the Beat.
Come fella, keep on, keep on. Love's never leaving, keep on, keep on. Long as you were breathing, keep on, keep on. I'm singing this song, praying you would just hold on. I said, I can't keep on, keep on. Love's never leaving, keep on, keep on. Long as you were breathing, keep on, keep on. I'm singing this song, praying you would just hold on.
How many mics can I rip? Let me spit. Lyrically wise and poetically slick. I'm alone in the pit, like the last man standing, cause I'm so sick.
There you go. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean that's a track called "Keep On," and it's already out on all streaming platforms.
Hey, phones off. Phones off.
Yeah, my phone just rang. I think there's a delivery. But yeah, so
Me too. The one who called a while ago was Lala Boom.
okay. Well, we could just switch a bit our talk so we could just get that thing. But yeah, so tell us about that track. Keep On. I know you shot it in I think this year pandemic time, challenging. I mean, it's a challenging time, but you've managed to I know to make one music video. So yeah, tell us about that.
Yeah, so everything was shot DIY, from recording to the video. Every one of us did our parts at home, and we just wanted to release a project na is gonna be something inspirational to, because these times are hard, and we want to just let everyone know na just keep on keeping on, like keep on doing your
Yeah,
thing, keep moving
it's a
forward even
important
times are
message.
hard. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, Assembly General's been there for a while, and like, how did it feel for you, like, to get to know the guys, like, I'm sure now you're like family and all, but like, do you still remember the first gig? I mean, I know you were it was amazing for you for the time you were first asked, but what was the first gig and when did it happen?
First gig, oh god, the first gig. First gig was a B-side gig. It was
Oh,
a barangay tibay gig, so it was pretty
oh,
intense. So solid, sobrang, kasi of course for me it's amazing na, oh my god, I'm such a fan of this group even before, but my personality is just really down to earth. So I know that they're also down to earth. So I know that I can connect with them in a way na, um, like I don't have to be so like fangirl moment, you know. But
Yeah.
deep inside, of course, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm working with these people. I get to share creative ideas with these people. And now they're like brothers to me. And it's just amazing. It's humbling to be working with them. Because
yeah.
they really guide me a lot, they support me. they give me tips. Like they know I'm like the bunso. I'm like the baby girl of assembly general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's I'm sure like maybe at first the pressure is on when you're like, being with like veteran, members, right? But I think you could definitely you can bring the game on because I've listened to you for a while now, and yeah, I mean you're just there. You're on point with everything. Yeah. Okay, so let's do like our first wave thing now. Like unless you have a question, boy graduate, because we're almost an hour
No,
done.
I'm keen to jump into this and ask some first wave questions.
So we got this. Can you tell Peaceful Gemini what the first wave is all about?
Yeah, first wave is a segment on the show where we ask you a bunch of questions regarding your first time. So it could be your first, like the first thing you ate this morning, or the first time you went overseas, if you've been overseas. And yeah, pretty much it's just me and Alex throwing you a bunch of those questions and you answer them. You don't have to answer them all if you're not comfortable or if you don't have an answer or you can't remember. And that's pretty much it. It's self-explanatory.
All right, let me start the ball rolling. I have one right now.
Okay.
Okay, so what is your let's just do more of not non-music for now, but we'll do music in a way in a bit. Okay, so what was your first ever cell phone?
Nokia. I don't know the model, but it was a Nokia.
3315.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't 33.
Wasn't that old? The first thing you do when you get home.
I try to fix my bag that I brought out.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, unpack the bag.
First music icon crush.
Icon crush. Frank
Yeah.
Ocean.
Okay. Cool.
Oh,
Nice.
okay. Yeah.
All right.
I'm not gonna put
Your turn, boy graduate.
The first app you choose to open when you wake up in the morning.
Instagram.
Okay.
Hey.
All right. The first recording studio you recorded.
The studio of Bawal Clan in Magallanes.
Hey,
Okay.
shout out
Shout
to
out
our
to
clan.
Yep,
All right.
Bawal's house.
When did you go to your first party?
First party. I was in high school. It was a birthday party.
Nice. Sounds wild.
Okay. So first concert, first foreign artist you watch or concert that you watch.
Paramore.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Interesting.
Your first tattoo. Do you have a tattoo?
Yeah, I do. It's on my rib. It's a line, lyrics from Kendrick, and it says, "Look at the soul of an out of control artist." From Kush and Corinthian, section 80.
Hey, such a great album. Nice.
I know, classic.
Okay. How about your first radio appearance or radio guesting?
I think it was Flavamatics 89.1.
Oh, cool. Shout out to Flavomatics of Q York.
Shout
Okay. Last two questions.
out. Okay. My first, your first job. I've just read the question. Yeah.
My first job, barista. I was a working student.
A coffee bean.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
What amazing. That's awesome. Okay. For my last question, what was your first paid gig? Where and where was your first or when?
First paid gig? I don't remember. sorry. Next.
Because yeah, next. Okay, okay. I'll do a follow up no, question. Okay, what was your first out of town gig?
Out of town gig? I know. Angeles. Angeles City. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you for that, peaceful Gemini, for that bit of what we call the first wave, just so that to get more information from you on the things that you've done the first time. Okay, so let's move on. I think we're gonna play one more track, and then it's still something from Assembly Generals. This is Hands Off. And yeah, tell us about this track a bit before I play it.
Okay. Well, hands off. The concept, the verses were already existing before I joined the assembly, and they wanted to get a female MC's perspective about the topic, which was harassment. Get your hands off. Get your hands on me. So
Okay.
it was something that I was connecting to because as a woman in the industry, or as a woman in general, like we go through unnecessary forms of harassment
Yeah,
that
syempre.
leaves the mark on us. And I had something to say about it, and it was something that was close to my heart, and it felt like medicine to me to get it out and to connect with other people who have been through harassment, you know
Yeah,
real shit.
yeah. Real talk.
Yeah. Okay. So let's check this one out. And I've really noticed with Assembly Generals, I think I mean, I could say your music video is just like, like it's just like well produced, man. Like, are you used now to like the whole music video production now, like? Because it seems to me that every music video you have, it's very like well done.
Because we're all creatives and we want to be creative. We want to. It's also another form of expressing our
Yeah,
creativity, like the visual, and then connecting with the director, the
yeah,
the team.
and it really looks like you have a budget too. Like like
Well, we got connections.
yeah. Okay, so let's check this out. This is Hands Off, of course, Assembly Generals. You're still here on Behind This Beat with Peaceful Gemini.
You're just in my trap.
What made you think that you could ever lay your hands on me? You saw the charm and now you want it on your energy. My inner guy can sense a different entity. Realities perceive, you just pretend to be our friend, but really you the enemy. You disrespect what's real, keep bending what we see. How could I ever let you make me feel weak? Yeah, I'm just human, but I got goddess tendencies. Now I'm awake, so fuck your fake movement. I exclaim, I kill these snakes.
Nice. That's got like a Rage Against the Machine vibe or something. That was dope.
Yeah. All right. So again, make sure to follow Peaceful Gemini. Before we actually wrap up this whole show, is there anything in the future that you're gonna be, but you could just tease us of like a collab that everyone should watch out, like, or any projects that you're doing?
Music wise, well, I've mentioned it before. Like, we are planning to do an EP collaboration with Schematic, and then the all girl posse track to watch out for.
Okay.
And then I'm releasing some customized merchandise, which is some
Oh yeah.
intentional waist beads. So it's like a talisman for your spiritual journey, and everything is handmade by me. And I'm also, I do cooking for a living, so I've been doing that. I've
Oh.
been doing projects, which I'm so happy about because everything is aligning with who I am, and it's amazing.
Wait. Like you're cooking, like you're doing a cooking business, like you're what do you call that? You have a food business, something like that?
I do. We're actually doing the. Wait,
Yeah.
sorry. Somebody, I think Lalamove was calling.
Okay.
We're actually doing our first batch now. We're
Okay.
cooking.
And
I'm actually wearing my.
apron. Okay.
So
So
we're cooking right now.
what do you what are the what are the menu? What's the food that you guys prepare or like sell?
It's an all veg menu, soul food. Just check out mamanahin.ph and you'll see
Mama,
our
where
menu.
that? What's that? Mama namin?
Mamanahin as in to inherit.
To inherit Mama Nahin. Okay, so it's on Facebook. We can
Mamanahin.ph. Yeah.
.ph. All right, cool. So man, that's amazing. Now, like there you go. There's like multi-talented artists right there. Yeah.
Renaissance
So,
naman.
is there a specialty that you wanna like like tell everyone? Is there like a specialty that you do on cooking?
It's all veg menu. That's all I gotta say. Simple.
Okay. Yeah, and that actually it kind of also reflects you as an artist because you do like mind, body, and soul. The style of your music. I mean, are you a vegan by the way?
No, I eat lechon.
Okay.
I'm not,
Oh, definitely not.
Okay.
but I like to eat the veggies a lot.
Okay. All right. Because I was surprised when you were doing like more on veggie stuff. So I had this assumption that you are you're like a veggie person. But yeah, I mean, thanks again for the time, Peaceful Gemini. It's been amazing hanging out with you. And you have any other questions before we end this show? We're gonna end this show with this track. Of course, the latest track you have, Warrior Princess, which we're gonna talk about. But before we even go there, do you have any other things that you want to promote?
That's it. Just follow me on social media, and you'll get updated with whatever it is I'm trying to promote.
Is it at Piece of Gem for everything, or just like that's just Instagram?
That's just Instagram at Piece of Gem, and then on Facebook it's facebook.com/MC Peaceful Gemini. And that's
All
it.
right. Okay, so before we end, take us a little bit about Warrior Princess and any highlights of this track, like that you experienced while this was out.
Yeah. Well, Warrior Princess came after Hands Off, so it was really about my growth, my personal growth, and connecting with that inner warrior that's always been inside me to protect me and to just to lead, and the highlights, just the amazing response to the creative projects, like the visuals and the lyric video, just
Yeah,
when
it
people
looks so
connect
amazing.
to music, it's priceless.
Yeah, who's the producer for this one?
Producer is Nino Rodriguez.
Okay. It's also another really great track. Huh? I mean, I was just so amazed with this. Okay, last question: is there a Warrior Princess you're looking at like right now in the industry or even the world?
Rhapsody, get into her. Like, don't sleep on Rhapsody.
Oh,
She's amazing.
All right. Okay. We'll check that out. Again, thank you again, Peaceful Gemini. We're just gonna recap the show, and you could just like follow Peaceful Gemini at Piece of Gem, and then all the show notes will be on our Facebook and website soon. We're really rebranding the website, so watch out for more Peaceful Gemini. We're gonna make sure that all of you guys who listens to Behind This Beat or even go to Beat This PH would know what Peaceful Gemini is doing, and hopefully we can have you in Cebu soon again.
Yeah, please. Or in
All right.
Australia.
Or in Australia.
yeah, actually, you can go to Australia.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Good.
All right.
Thanks so much, Peaceful Gemini. It's been such a
Thank
pleasure
you.
having you on the show.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Okay.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye, Lam.
Okay. That was Peaceful Gemini, man. It's amazing. Yeah, for me, like it's such a great. It's always because I've heard her prior, like in 2018, and I knew that there was something about her. And right now in the space of female MCs, I think she's like really, if you haven't even like heard of her, then it's really the time to just like check her out right now. But if you do have heard of her, I'm sure you're like me, a big fan of what she does. Yeah. So, Boy Graduate, like you have anything you wanna like close the show?
No, just shout out Peaceful Gemini. That was really nice of her to drop by. And yeah, everything that she's doing just matches her identity so much. And she really is one of the cleanest female rappers I've heard everywhere. So it goes to show how talented she is for sure. But
I mean, she's got a good fan base, because like we got a lot of comments today.
Yeah, shout out to everyone that came through. It's been a trip, as Peaceful Gemini would say.
Yeah. So, anyways, we're gonna leave you with a track from her, which is Warrior Princess, as we close the show. But yeah, just to give you guys reminders that we already updated our Fresh Fridays. You can just go to Spotify and look for us, Beat This PH. We have 3 major playlists there, which is the Fresh Fridays that happens every Friday. We try to collect or curate music that we think that kind of like got our attention for the week or for the Friday new music drops, right? And then we also have the Chosen Dozen, where we highlight 12 of the best tracks out of all the newer tracks that is out there. And then we have the Now 100, with its 100 tracks. If you think that the Chosen Dozen is small enough for listening to this kind of music, the Now 100 is there for you to enjoy, which is a monthly update naman. So next week again, we will be having Angel, man, like at least something. So like we have we have someone is familiar because we always hang out with her when we did events in Manila and Cebu, right? So she's going to be dropping an EP on the 25th. So it's the right time to talk about it. And then of course on December 25th and January 1, Behind This Beat won't be there. We're just going to take a rest for the holidays, and we'll be back by January 8th, and we will tell you on the next episode who our guests will be. All right. So,
yes, sir.
All right. Thank you very much for listening and watching us. Hope you're enjoying your Friday. Yeah, I don't know if you're going to be going out and party on a Friday. The pandemic is still there, so I'd rather
Not
want you
over
guys
here,
to.
it ain't. Oh, but yeah.
Yeah, go.
Safe, guys.
Good for you. Good for you. Okay. Yeah, rub it in, please. Rub it in. Like we can't go out here. But yeah.
No.
Thank you again, and this has been Phat Boy Lim
And Boy Graduate.
and we'll leave you. Paalam, yeah, bye bye, and we'll leave you with a track from Peaceful Gemini, Warrior Princess, and thank you everyone, and good day.
Be a Lexus sipping. Reason why she got a different type of brilliance. And next in the fulfillment with the way she lives it. 100%, she giving respect. And she received